Welcome back to MyGM 2K25. I am your host and GM, attackslug. It is the third week of this show. We are on show number 11. We are heading towards Bash in Berlin, and Triple H wants at least one Falls Count Anywhere matchup. I cannot guarantee that. But what I can say is that yes, AJ Styles and Drew are in the main event this week on this show, and Miz gets a shot at that WCW World title. All in the same match is the plan, as Miz's contract is done on Wednesday. And yes, I would have the cash to renew him. Will I? Remains to be seen. But what I can say for now on this show is that is indeed your main event of the evening. So, triple threat rules. We have Miz, we have AJ, and we have Drew, and it is for the world title. Locking it in. Now, Miz and Drew are still at 2 pips on their deal, and yeah, we'll see. Perhaps a cage match on Wednesday, perhaps not, because, stamina. But Drew right now and AJ are doing okay, Miz not as much. But my one other, I believe, ongoing rivalry is indeed what I could not book last week due to a power card, which was Bayley and Alexa, and that one is at 3 of 4, and both have excellent stamina, and I'm not going to make it for a title because I don't want Alexa winning on accident. It's more important to not have a double champion that could get hurt like a Tiffany Stratton, who is indeed coming into my brand here in WCW. And that being said, because Tiffy is still 1 week on the shelf, we can do a call-out promo from the Empress, who is a fighter, to Tiffy, who is a specialist, face versus heel. That's why I turned Asuka face. That helps. And that will be our ongoing incoming rivalry heading into this week. But obviously, Tiffy's not quite here just yet. And speaking of call-outs, so here's the thing, right? AJ is in our main event. And AJ is our US champion. And AJ needs a new challenger for the phenomenal one, which means I do need to flip-flop here a little bit, but I think a call-out from Oba to AJ is what the doctor ordered, and yes, one of y'all needs to turn face. I know, we'll figure it out next time. I can't do it here on this show. As usual, we have our charity promo here from Miss Paxley, so getting that one locked in. If you're wondering what now becomes of my tag team division, considering that we no longer have Trick Williams teaming with Tony D'Angelo, well, I will tell you that our champions, A-Town Down Under, will now face the tag team of Tony D and Seth Rollins, the freaking family. And I do have some other ideas for other things, but right now we're going to have the Tribal Chief and Pete Dunne. Face, heel, bruiser specialist, that's fine. So get that locked in, and that is our show for a fine Monday. I think I already spent the card. I can't use this card right now, right? It's going to say, hey, you can't use the card, and hopefully nobody steals the card. But also, can I health spa someone with... Alright, no, that's not an option. I was hoping I could additionally health spa Tiffy for her extra week here and get even more stamina back, but apparently being injured, not how that works. So I will hold off on these cards until Wednesday. In terms of show logistics, with some cash to spend now, do I upgrade the final 50K here with the email campaign, which does unlock submission and tornado tag. So also show quality and network payout. And you know what? We'll spend that 50K on that for the assets. Now we're back down to 0 assets, and we'll see how things go from there. But otherwise, that's our opening show here. Oh, right. Triple H wanted this thing to give me a bad timing card. And look, what does our stamina look like with these two? That might actually work. So if Roman and Pete Dunne, to open their hopeful rivalry, ends up being Falls Count Anywhere, hey, it's 10K with an extreme stamina cost. They have stamina to spare, and if the rest of that feud ends up being in promos, sure, I guess. That does meet our goal here with the game. And hey, that might mean that when I reach Wednesday to impact my opponents on Thursday, we have 1, we have 2, we'll have 3 Power Cards to play on the 3 other brands as we head towards our ultimate brand supremacy on this show. But we'll see. So, that being said, on a fine Monday here, we're going to lock things in, confirm the booking at $15K with $181 in our budget, with $100K more coming after this show, hopefully. Duke Hudson and the Giant Omos, Monday Night Raw, in a tables match. It is the Giant Omos. It was 4 stars, amazing, level 2 to level 3. These two still, the back and forth call-outs and matches are not happening. All right. Stamina issues? Perhaps. Karrion Kross, Trick Williams, who I traded over to Raw, and I got Tiffy. So, Trick, what can you do here against Karrion Kross, who is a former Raw champion? Lose is what you can do here. And Karrion Kross, 3.5 stars, level 0 to level 1. The EST gets +1. Mid-card, women's tag team titles. Standard, Scarlett and Wendy, Jade and Natalya. What do we get? It is Scarlett and Wendy Chu. They are the tag team champions. It was 4 stars, amazing. Andre Chase gets +2. And your main event is for that world title. If they put this title onto Elton Prince, who already has the IC and the tag, boy, that'd be funny. Like, I almost want to play the match to make sure it happens, but I'm not going to interfere on that. So maybe, okay, Eddie Thorpe, your new champion, that's fine. World title, 4.5 stars. WCW, Bayley, Alexa, in your opening contest, it was the role model. It was 3 stars. The call out, new rivalry, hell yeah. Falls count anywhere. OTC, Bruiserweights. Who remains the last man standing? It was indeed Roman Reigns. 4 stars, amazing, no rivalry. Charity on Tatum, it was good. Mid-card tag team, non-title, A-Town Down, the freaking family. What do we get? And the challengers in a 2.5 star new rivalry. The call out, yes, level 0 to level 1. So far, everything but Roman Reigns has worked out here on this show. So look, sometimes you're going to miss. It's going to happen. But speaking of making sure that things go my way, I must play as The Miz, only attack AJ, and make sure that Drew retains that title. Because again, we don't want Miz being champ and then leaving, and we don't want AJ being double champ because that just causes more issues with booking. So, Drew doing the sword entrance in this club is pretty funny. So, alright, look. I don't think there's a spot in the floor for that here, Drew, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, WCW World Champion, Drew McIntyre. Boom. Fire. Okay, AJ is on my list here. So, of course, if Drew wants to pin Miz, that's fine. But the problem is AJ's gonna break it up every time. So, if we keep attacking AJ, and he gets hurt, and Drew pins him, that's fine. They both wanted this main event. I just can't have AJ winning the matchup. That's just not an option here. Phenomenal one. So we will keep taunting, gaining meter, and then hopefully, maybe, hitting our finish on AJ and letting Drew pin him if that's going to be what's going to happen here. Wow, there with the BFT. Taking the move from LA Knight. What's up with that? The pin! AJ can't stop it, and Drew with the win. 4 stars, amazing. Over on the blue brand, Chelsea Green and Kairi Sane for the title. Both have okay stamina, so not mad at that. And it is the Pirate Princess retaining that title. It was 4 stars, amazing. Gigi with Charity did worse than Tatum Paxley. Akam and Corbin have 100 stamina apiece. I don't understand how, but Akam gets the win. It is 3 stars. Indy Hartwell, who is mad, gets 4,000 on that charity promo. The returning Jacob Fatu with the 37 stamina Tongaloa versus the returning Akira Tozawa and Otis for those tag team titles yet again. It is the Island Boys. It was 3.5 stars, level 1 to level 2. Damian Priest calling out Solo, level 1 to level 2. And your main event, Randy Orton is your world champion. Josh Briggs is your US champion. That sounds familiar to what I just did in a triple threat matchup. And Noam Dar is in the middle with these two. So, non-title though. And it is Randy Orton, as it should be, out of nowhere. 4 stars, amazing. And old HBK, Eric and Wolfgang versus Andrade and Olaf, Extreme Rules Tag Team Opener. And it is Andrade and Olaf with the win. It was 4 stars, amazing. Tyler Bate gets an excellent charity promo. Mid-card, Dawn versus Dupree with some bad stamina on Dawn. And it is the winner. And it was 2.5. It was okay. Zoe Stark gets an okay promo. Mello and Rowan, who is not happy with his current position as the North American champion, apparently. Great stamina, though, but Mello, don't miss. It was 2.5. Dexter Lumis gets a 5 on promo. Dexter Lumis gets a 5 on promo. Think about that. Anyhow, main event J. Ivar, Falls Count Anywhere, NXT title. Who comes out on top? It's Ivar and new and 4.5 star classic. And I had a poor opening. That's interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. I would have thought booking our ongoing rivalry to start with Bayley and Alexa would have done some numbers, but apparently not the case. Amazing, amazing, wow. Just, they all get amazing, and I get, yeah, it was a poor opening. Okay, let's see how things went otherwise with that. 34K for Raw, they made 50. WCW did 28,000, and we got 66. And Dark Singer Brand does not understand the fuss over AJ Styles. Overrated? AJ Styles? Really? Okay. And Super Hitman Universe wants to see Tiffy. She's out hurt still, bro. You gotta wait. You gotta chill. SmackDown did 36, and SmackDown made 45. And Sean gets 32, and they make 33. Bad timing. Power card. Vito Champ. Power card, wow, okay. Speaking of, Adam Pearce, you must crown a new women's champion. What are you doing, bro? But even having a subpar Monday, we are still over 100K from second place, so I'll take that any day of the week. San Jose, California, and man, this is war. Tiffy, Miz, Dunn, Drew, Theory can't be booked this week. Now, granted, Tiffy was out injured, so I'm not mad at that. Certainly seems like a deliberate way to sabotage Miz and Drew, having them both banned from the show. So, fair, bro. What? 2 in a row? Permanently losing 1 promo skill. You know what? You didn't get Tatum Paxley, so screw you. The hell? Permanently losing 1 promo skill. That's... my heart is broken. The hell? Okay. You aren't gonna like this, Miz, Pete, Dunn, and Drew missing the show. Sorry. Yeah, also Tiffy, but she still hurt, so, alright. Miz likes the shot. Boss keeps my word. Increase on the morale. He's happy. Back in San Jose is Bayley. Wants to work the show. She might end up in a promo. But also, my other 100K card cashed in Money in the Bank. And now $348 in the budget, bro. Y'all who are messing with me, when I got all these cards to spend, it's a bad idea on your part. Because I'm not going to... I am petty. And I will wait until Wednesday. And then you'll have Doom on Thursday. You clowns. Anyhow, we are done for today. We are still in first place by a decent chunk. So I'm not that bothered by it. But going to be a hard show to book tomorrow. And guess what? I have the cash to do so. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.